Peace and blessings to you, your family, and loved ones. My name is Nana Bakine, and I am going to share with you today one of my dreams. I find that when I take an afternoon nap, which I am very, very fortunate to be able to do so, that I have some of the most interesting dreams. Very, very interesting dreams. I don't always write my dreams. I don't always share my dreams over the YouTube internet thingy mabob because some of them are pretty personal. But this particular dream I do want to share with you. Now, I found that when you take a nap, I know a lot of folks who work 9 to 5, they don't get a chance to take a nap, and that's unfortunate for them. But I am very fortunate at this point to be able to take a nap and to get some of these really, really interesting dreams. Sometimes I think that they're synced or something, because sometimes when I do have these dreams, I don't expect to have them, especially the dream stories. I don't necessarily like plan to have them, but they tend to occur at the darndest times. Sometimes I least expect to have anything too intense or what have you. So this particular dream story I'm going to share with you um, is I guess a sign that I am allowing myself. I'm allowing myself to be distracted by this dang blasted mess that's going on that we call a election with Trump and Hillary. So I think that I've allowed myself on some levels to be too distracted. I've been having all types of dreams about various different things that have been going on with this election thing, and I haven't voted since the 80s maybe. I voted maybe once or twice in my life. But and I think the last time that I voted was in the 1980s, and but anyhow, so I'm not really that invested in the quote unquote system in that sense. But I seem to be having my brains bombarded by this madness. Now, one of the things that I found interesting was how folks are sort of biting at the chomping at the bit. Is that how you say it? With this whole Hillary and Trump thing. And I remember the mania that came over the crowd, over the masses, over the world when Obama was running in 2008. It was like he had this charm and this grace and this pizzazz and this swagger. And some of the videos and things that I saw, like this one Obama girl thing, was just disrespectful, if you ask me. I ain't seen nobody doing all that over Bush, even though I wouldn't. I wouldn't know why they would, but I'm just saying it was just like he was some kind of superstar, some kind of personality, like a what did you call it? Like a celebrity. So now we have a real live Trump celebrity, whatever, TV, whatever, mogul running for president. And it's like, oh, this is definitely some serious social engineering going on. But I digress. Let me just get to the dream. All right. um, it's called 2 Days to Hydrate. I think I'm going to call it that. Maybe I'll change the title. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm at the town hall meeting. Maybe I'll call it Town Hall Meeting, 2 Days to Hydrate. So I'm at a town hall meeting in this huge black church. We are in the basement in the meeting hall. The building is one of those old historical churches dating back at least 100 years. The architecture is beautiful, and the building is filled with old Victorian furniture. Really, really high ceilings, steep winding stairs take us down to the basement meeting hall. And I'm upstairs in what could be called a mezzanine area. Like it's like a balcony, and not necessarily a balcony, it's more of a mezzanine area. There's just tables there and chairs, etc. And they have a huge wide screen television playing a video of the announcement that they have constructed a Hillary Clinton statue that will travel the world, hitting 500 cities in celebration of her victory in becoming the President of the United States, the first woman ever to do so. All I can do is shake my head at the mad hysteria that is going on over this election, and the very idea that they have already made a statue and is ready to go tells me that she has been selected before the election or the voting takes place to be the next president of the United States. But who listens to me? I'm downstairs watching the video screen. Now remember, I'm sorry, I'm upstairs, but remember, I'm upstairs in the mezzanine area, not like upstairs in the church proper area. The building is so huge and spacious that I can see the video screen from where I am without any obstruction to my view. The meeting is taking place downstairs. That's where everybody is gathered. And you can hear everything from where I'm sitting with a longtime friend of mine whose initials are RSR. I won't reveal his name because he may watch this video, so we'll leave his name out. But I do believe he is a Hillary supporter. It's a few days after my birthday, and as usual, he has forgotten it, but he has given me plenty of little gifts to make up for lost time. So while they are downstairs in the meeting area, cheering the statue that's about to travel to 500 cities around the globe after Hillary is selected, I am standing at a table and going through the gifts he brought me. All cute little things, cards, flowers, wall hangings, etc. "Oh, wow, I love presents," I exclaim as I open up one box after the other. "I also brought you some children," he says jokingly. "Yeah, right, children. At my age, I don't think I need no children," I say definitively. I didn't want to hurt his feelings at 60, but at 65, I certainly don't need no children. He was just kidding and showed me that he had brought something for the grandchildren so they could play with it. It was an ensemble of materials that the children can use for their drawing, since they both seem to love to draw. We both have a little laugh at that. Well, thank you so much. That was really, really sweet of you to buy me all these gifts. I forgive you for being a few days late after my birthday. I pack everything up and get ready for the drive home after we leave the church. We sit down, and during the whole time he has his arm around my shoulders like old times. It feels comfy, so I don't complain. From where we are seated, we can hear everything. The acoustics in this building are amazing. After the video ends, the people begin to discuss their anticipation over having Hillary as the next president. The discussion gets really lively, and everyone seems to be cheerful and excited about the prospect. Then I hear a voice above the crowd speak out, and it says, "I was dehydrated once." It's the voice of a woman. They must be talking about Hillary's dehydration episode. That's what I'm thinking. The meeting hall gets really quiet. I was like, yeah, somebody going to tell the truth for once in their life. There are 2 ministers down there too, like 2 deacons or whoever, who are officiating this meeting. It's rather laid back as far as I can tell, because they didn't go through the usual praying and laying on of hands, more like a social gathering more than anything else. And of course, as you will find in most black churches, there are mostly women in attendance. The ministers are dressed in their Sunday best. And of course, they are males. But I digress. Back to the silence that fell over the attendees when she exclaimed, "I was dehydrated once." It blurted out of her mouth so quickly, I don't think she even realized she said that. One of the deacons or ministers or whatever responds, "Really? What happened? And how did that go for you?" He asks. "Well, I was fine. It took me 2 days. It took a half hour to recover, but I was fine. I guess I am mostly proactive in my dreams and in my dream stories because I shot up out of my seat and surprised my friend by my reaction. Did you hear her? Did you hear her? First she says 2 days. Then she quickly backs it up by saying a half hour. That's ridiculous. And she's in the church telling that big fat lie. I'm going down there. I'm going down there right now and I'm going to find that woman. I bet you I know who said that. I'm going to get one of them Bibles and make her swear on it. You just watch me. In a flash, I'm down them steps to find that woman. I could tell where she was probably located due to the way the sound traveled through the mezzanine. She was probably right beneath us. The steps are wide and a lot of them too, but I was going to get down there and confront her before they changed the subject because I heard that. When I get down there, I say loudly, "So, who was it that said she was dehydrated once and recovered in a half hour?" The silence returned to the meeting attendees. They could hear a pin drop. Nobody wanted to admit it, and nobody wanted to point out the person who said it. The people were sitting in chairs in no particular order, lining the walls, and some were in what appeared to be doorways or another room. You know how churches are. They have doorways and kitchens and after school programs and all kinds of stuff going on down in those basements. So use your imagination. I see 3 well-used Bibles, each at different locations around the meeting hall. None of them are in anyone's hands. They are on little small tables, like they're just resting there just in case they are needed to be used. Okay, y'all, you are in a church and you know you better be right in here. Side note, I'm using their own dogma now, and I know I am now in high gear. Give me one of those Bibles. I want the person who said they recovered in a half hour to put their hands straight here on this Bible and say it again. That they recovered from dehydration in a half hour. Come on now. We in church. You supposed to be on your best behavior when you are in church. I could feel my friend watch me over the banister of the mezzanine, but he was not going to come down there. Not at all. Just let me handle it. Nobody would move. And it was getting even more and more quiet down there. Oh, come on, y'all. If it's the truth, and if you did recover in a half hour, you shouldn't have any trouble admitting and swearing on this Bible right here. Side note, I don't even believe in that Bible, but I know they do, or they are supposed to believe in it. And if they are telling the truth, they would have no trouble swearing on it. I tap my foot, put my hands on my hips, and say, "I'm waiting." Finally, a somewhat elderly woman, maybe 65 or so, pushes a young teenage girl out to put her hand on the Bible for her. I am shocked. And I say, now how in the world are you going to push that young girl out to swear for you when you are the one who said it? Now you done committed two sins. Sidebar. I don't believe in sin either, but they do, so it will work here. You have committed two sins. One for telling that lie, and the other for making someone stand in for you telling that lie. Suppose you drop dead right here and now. Are you going to stand there before God and say your granddaughter did it? Well, you are in God's house. Sidebar. I don't believe God needs a house. And you are doing that right now. And what do you think God is going to think about you? Or any of y'all who let her do that? I shake my head. I can't believe it. All of these self-righteous Hillary supporters, they sit here and allow themselves to go along with the lie and laugh and be cheerful about it. It don't make no sense. I just put my hands up in the air. I just can't believe this. So I just turn and go back up the stairs. And on my way up the stairs, one of the deacons is coming down. He left during my tirade, and now he's returning with a tall, clear glass of liquor for the lady who just went through the ordeal with me and the Bible. And he says, "Here's a little drink for your trouble. It's a fine brandy that I'm sure you will enjoy." I am really shaking my head now. I can't believe it. She lied. She tried to get her granddaughter to stand in for her. And then she's rewarded by the minister of God with a tall glass of finest brandy. The finest not beer, not wine, not champagne, but the finest brandy. We pass each other and I am outdone. I am still shaking my head. How in the world, in the so-called Lord's house, can these people carry on like this? Unbelievable. When I get back up to the mezzanine, my friend welcomes me with open arms and says, "Don't worry about it, Hunch. It ain't that deep." I look at him. I just start shaking my head at him too. I really wish it were true. That it really wasn't that deep. But unfortunately, it is. People have been literally brainwashed and rewarded for doing so. It's a sad state of affairs indeed. So that ends the dream. And again, like I mentioned before, I dream all the time. The details, I may not even have included all of them because it would have been a really long thing to write it all out, all of the details. But I do dream in detail, in color. I mean, it's just, all of that. But I've been working with my dreams since I was in my late 20s, early 30s. So it's been a while that I've been actively writing my dreams down, analyzing my dreams, studying my dreams, and sharing my dreams. And at some point, there's been interest in a dream workshop. So at some point, maybe I'll even have one of those to help you all to do the same thing. I don't always dream stories. Sometimes I have very personal dreams that I don't necessarily share on YouTube. They do have a message personally for me. But when I do have a dream story, I love to share them because they tend to have a message for everyone. And or anyone who comes by my channel and subscribes and leaves a comment and all that good stuff that we do on YouTube. Okay? So, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to say whatever, give me some suggestions on stuff. I got lots and lots of material to share. It's just piling up now. Just the whole idea of making videos for YouTube. I got so much stuff to share. So I'm going to do my best to get it out there as quickly as possible. And again, please leave your comments below. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and peace and blessings to you, your family, and loved ones. Okay, y'all, I thought I was just dreaming, and I was shocked when I found a statue, a monument to Hillary Clinton in Albania, and it was unveiled in June 2016. Now, I'm a dreamer and I dream stuff, but I never thought that I would find a picture of a monument to her already. Maybe they know something we don't know, or maybe they know what we do know, but that took me to a whole nother level with this dream I had today. I was looking all over the internet for pictures to go with my dream story, and I'm just at the last, I'm giving up on all the other pictures, and like, I'm not going to find what I'm looking for, so I'll just use what I have. So let me just look for, to see if I can find a picture of her. I'm thinking I'm going to find all kinds of crazy pictures of her and all her face imposed or morphed onto all kinds of weirdness, which I did see. But sure enough, not only was there a picture of her, but there's a video of the unveiling of the monument. Yeah. So this is just a little short addendum to my video. I try to keep them short, but I had to say this to you all. Unfreaking believable. This is certainly the Twilight Zone.